That was really great.
Well, Wednesdays here on the program, we like to put the spotlight on the farm women's group Common Ground.
Common Ground is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. So joining us today is Leslie Boswell. Leslie, thank you for being here today.
It's so good to be back. It seems like it's been a while.
It has. Yeah, I know. So how was your Thanksgiving?
It was wonderful. We couldn't get all the family together, but we did get most of them, and it's so nice just to be able to spend time. Plus, we've got new babies in the family, so.
Yeah, we do too. We do too. Our 12-year-old is obsessed with my little niece. So
I've seen some pictures,
Yeah, she's cute. So we want to talk about pork today and choosing lean meats, right?
Yes. One of the things that I thought we were going to talk about is how nutrition has changed and how pork has changed over the years. Pork is an extremely lean meat, very high in amino acids, very high in proteins, very good for nutrients, for a good, balanced, very nutritious diet. If you want to stay more on the protein and get away from the carbs, it's perfect. But one of the ways pork has changed over the years is that many years ago, they needed the lard. People needed lard. They used it for cooking.
For
they used
sandwiches even.
Well, for anything. They used it to make bread.
My great-grandma used it, John, yeah.
They made pie crust with it, but even before that, they would use it in their soaps and their candles. Plus, it was used for many other things. So they needed a fat pig so that they had all this lard that they really depended on. But as the years changed and they got away from that and we got into other sources of waxes for candles and so on, they needed to bring that fat down, and that's when they started changing the diet of the hogs. And they started doing a lot of different breeding, trying to get them into a more meat and not so fat type animal. And so the nutrition for the animals has changed a lot over the years, and breeding has had a lot to do with it. The difference in the actual breed of the hog makes a difference, and then selective breeding that we've had over the years has really brought that fat down. But that's where it is such a lean meat. It's actually better for you than chicken.
Better than chicken.
It's higher in many of the nutrients that you need. Plus, you don't have the fat. You don't have to. I mean, the only good thing about chicken is the skin, right?
No, I love the chicken, Fred.
And that's what you have to peel off.
All right, you can eat it. I eat it.
Well, yeah, you can. You do. But that's the best part of it. But that's just under that is where that fat lays, and so you have to take the skin off, and then you're stuck with just this thing. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of chicken, but I do eat it. But with the pork, you don't have to do that because it's not there, and it's got a lot more taste to it. So you can actually have a pork chop and not have to do all kinds of things to it to make it taste good. It's good on its own.
So consumers should know that producers are producing this meat a lot leaner than it used to be through the feed, through the breeding, and those types of things.
Absolutely. They've gone from, when you talk about a back fat on a hog, and that's just underneath the skin, right on the top of the back, we're down to like a ½ inch where they used to be like 2 inches.
Oh, wow.
So it's just made a huge amount of difference on how much fat there is on the hog. Very lean, very nutritious meat.
And you're sticking around. What's our recipe today?
It's using leftover ham.
I love it.
Oh, we had that, didn't we, on Thanksgiving too?
Yes.
So a lot of people may still want that advice.
Sure.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Leslie.
Okay.